Okay. Here I am. Huh. Let's see if the chat works though. Okay. Let me go here real quick. Okay, so I guess give me a second here and I'll I don't know if you guys can see me. I guess I'm the only one in here. I'm just gonna talk the market ES right now. And I'm gonna have to fly blind, so I really can't see the chat. So I'm just gonna show you guys a couple quick things and go back to work here. So I got a crying dog here. Come here, Harry. It's okay. But if you look is here, I want to show you this thing too, because what I noticed, a lot of us were expecting a sell-off after the GDP report, and so this one's been pretty decent here. We're down 30 points, and you know what I look for is that you look at the open here, and lately, let me squeeze this down a little bit here. Lately, the open has been they've been moving it higher at 6:30, and then running it into Europe close. Today, the reverse happened. So you get first thing that's what you got to know on here is that you'll be selling rips today instead of buying dips. Then you got to wait till Europe closes and see what happened. And in this case, Europe closed and we fell out of bed. So we have here is that this is the money flow that we use for the day trading money machine, and then you just start looking for opportunities to short it. And I just look for the best setups here, and this was a good setup. The opening print, once it opened up down, you could have shorted it, and you just give yourself room here. So I do binary, so I get room that way. Futures, you just give yourself 4 points, and then you let it go, and you can just keep moving your stop down. But there's no way, you know, unless you're a really good counter trend trader, that you should be going along any of these trades here until the very end of the day. And so now we rolled down. I was telling folks all along here that we would break 30, we would go down, touch 14, and we did. And we hit these volatility lines here, and a lot of times that holds it. But also, this is why we have what's called low volume area here. We went down and tested it. This is also the bottom of the value range. This is 70% of all the volume in the last 5 days. And so now we got a hammer. We got some support here. Now it may hold here, it may not. So we're not really quite sure what's going on yet today. So I'm going to flip out now to the 2 hour. But there's simply no way I'm going long today unless we get to the last 30 minutes of trading, and then there's we're back around this green line here, or we're at 27.91, and see if it races back to VWAP. This is kind of like home base. And so I'm gonna flip out to the 2 hour. I'm gonna give you a better perspective here. Is that so? For the 2 hour, see, we had a heads up here. Money flow was already falling away overnight. Okay, so I always check both of them, and then it came down, and right here, this line here, 2805, is another volume area for the last. This is the point of control for the last 20 days. This is the most volume was transacted at this price over the last 20 days. We came down, we almost touched it. We still may touch it, but if it goes down lower, here's a low volume area here at 2768, and that would be pretty scary today. I don't know if it's going to get there, but that's pretty strong support. but you don't know anymore. There's traders out there complaining about no liquidity, so nobody's buying. People are taking profit, and you got to realize all these Facebook mutual funds that just got their asses handed to them. I'm sure they're cutting position right now because they're going to have to answer to their customers. They're going to start losing them when they start seeing their NAVs getting crushed, because some of these guys lost $200-300 million in their funds. I mean, pretty nasty. So right now we're hitting a bounce zone, and then for me, I'm just going to look to see if it's going to give me an opportunity to put on one more short, and when it does that, I'll take it. But if it doesn't then penetrate this hammer, then we know we're probably done for the day, and then I'll probably just pack it in. It was a good day today, and also just let you guys know, if people are subscribers, we did make a home for the trades that we're doing on the stock side, and you just have to just go out there under the signal servers. You'll see the track record, and the last 30 trades are put up there, and there's only so much room, but the performance has been pretty consistent for me for the last 4 years, so it's just my method, and works for me, and hopefully it'll work for you, and just grind out money, and then make some supplemental cash here, try to catch some of these futures or catch some of the with Nadex. So anyway, that's where we are. Looks like it's still weakening here a little bit, but it may hang here for a while. But after 11 o'clock or 2 p.m. on Pacific time, then the volatility traders have to start truing up their positions. And if I could flip over here real quick, let's take a peek at VXX. And so this is how I have screens here that I'm looking at all the time for my signals. So in case you're wondering how I do things, so these are alerts for me, and then I'm looking to see where it sits here in terms of the buying and selling side. And then I like opportunities that are under 15, 25, and hitting these green arrows popping up, and see if there's opportunities here. And this is dynamic all day, so if I see an opportunity, I'll take advantage of it and take a look at it. And then I'm looking to see where money flow is. See, that's why I was watching here for IAG for the last couple days. Started to break up. We bought it today. And then Goro, I was just looking for an excuse to get in this thing. It's just at the breaking point right now, and see if it's going to roll up to here. But let's take a look at VXX. Give me 1 sec. And I'll check the chat questions here in a second. I just can't see it. My other PC's telling me I have a compatibility issue with Microsoft's because of Chrome. Let's see here, VXX. So somebody asked me yesterday about getting in VXX. I never go long VXX. I buy puts. I've been burned too many times, being too quick, not being quick enough on getting out of this thing when I do the reversals. But here you look at the signal works for this as well. I just like to wait for it to get overbought, then short it. But this could be a couple weeks. So we've been flatlining. You couldn't even trade it short, really. I tried it, made very little money, and then here we got a bounce on it. And today's 27th. So yesterday you would have got in on this. I think one of my subscribers asked if you can go long VXX. I said it's the trade is there. I just don't take it. But also this thing could just rocket, and it'll just set up a beautiful trade later in the month, or even into September for another short on it. But not good. And then here's SPY, and what I'm watching for is to see how much a SPY gets blown out of here. I mean, here's when Facebook blew up, they went all the way back to May. So I'm a little bit, if I got 277 or 276 on this thing in the next couple days, I'll be pretty happy. We rolled our 279 puts from Monday over to Wednesday, and to take advantage of a QT that's coming. And I think a lot of people are rolling out, and the China thing is just scary. I don't know if you guys remember in 2015, same setup was happening. August was looking pretty decent. The Chinese started devaluing like crazy, and then on a Sunday night, all hell broke loose in the futures market, and we could be setting ourselves up for that too. So people might be bailing out ahead of some action by the Chinese. So, but it's amazing to me. I mean, look, we were at 284 here on Wednesday, 284.30, and now we're down to 280.86. And this day doesn't look to be done here. It looks like they keep pushing this thing down, and yeah, it's struggling right here. This thing gets overbought and then rolls back down below 80, and we haven't broke this area right here. Then there's a good shot we're going to take another move down, either double bottom this thing, or we're going to go much lower. So anywho, see if you guys have any questions here. I'm in the room all the time. So yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know, Siegfried. You can do all the potato eating you want, but anyway, that's kind of what I want to talk about. If you guys have any real quick questions here before I drop off, I'll just stay in the chat here real fast before I shut this thing down. But just wanted to show you guys what I was thinking, and people have been asking about how I'm looking at the software, and it's just really simple. And I just try to keep it really easy for people and for myself, because I don't like to look at a million different things. I'm not quick enough, and just look for the best setups. So anyway, I'll give the system here 10 seconds. If you have any more questions, ask them. If not, I'm gonna drop off. Michael, I've been in the trading room since 4:30 this morning. I'm not sure where you were. Are you in the correct trading room, Michael? So anyway, let me just answer that question here. Yeah, make sure you're in the right room. You know, we upgraded the chat room, so you have to re-sign in under the new under the My Trade Genius site, and then you get in the chat room. I mean, Trade Like a Genius, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really follow XOM. We just got out of Diamond Offshore. You know, so it looks like it was a pretty nasty fall. Usually when stuff gaps down, you shouldn't try to bottom catch it. Give it 7 days, and then usually all the sellers are out of it, and then you can take a move back. So, oh, Michael, that notice went out 60 days ago. So why don't you email us in? We'll get you flipped over. You should got a package. Everybody got one. So go ahead and do that. The chat room. Once you sign in, you'll just see chat room. So you need to get signed. Make sure you're signed up under the new system. You know, I don't, Jesse. Probably the easiest is just sell into money calls, or you know, for a stock that's low beta. You know, that's probably the best. You know, there's other ways you can make it with least amount of capital, but you're taking a lot more risk. You know, and that's you have to be willing to do that. You have to trade off risk for capital. So it depends what you're comfortable doing. So, but anyway, and a lot of people day trade stuff. You know, but I don't know if you have 25,000, or if you're not U.S. citizen, then you're not subject to that. Yeah, no, hey Alex, why don't you send an email in, and we'll get somebody support to to get you hooked up. Okay. You guys have any other questions? I'm going to go ahead and shut this thing down then, if not. Yeah, so let me go back there real quick, Kavika, or Kavika, I should say. All right, let me go in there. So here's the money flow. Let me just zoom in so you get a nice, easy picture of it. That's probably too much. Let me zoom out. So Kavika, all I do is I look to see how we're opening. Okay, and at 6:30 this morning we opened down and we opened under VWAP, and so that informed me that at least now through Europe that probably should sell the rips through here unless it breaks back up above VWAP, and then you look for that 10-point move higher, but it failed right here, and so what I do is I look for the setups where it flatlines like here. And then you should go short now, or you can, you like to trade the binary options too. So I start trading the binary options at this time up to the 10 a.m. one, and then I can set this thing on 1 minute or 3 minute and trade the 20 minute. So I did 7 round trips today. So it was a very good day because a lot of volatility. And so you just look for opportunities for when you get these really sweet setups like here. Once you flatline up and you start rolling over, it's a good chance it's going to come down. And then, like I said, when it broke 30, it was going to go to 20. When it broke 20, it was going to go to the bottom here. And now it now just looks like it's trying to form support here. So there's no more trades right now to the end of the day, Kavika. And then now I'd be looking forward to see if they're going to try to run this thing all the way back up to the VWAP to close, or if they're going to, if it closes down here or even lower, then it's probably pretty bearish for Monday. I'll flip back to chat to see if that helped you understand. Yeah, Jesse, people buy it, so that's what I've been talking about. That's part of the day trading money machine software, and once you buy it, you own it. So it's written in Thinkorswim, and so it's right now. It's normally I sell it for $800, but it's $299 right now, and you get a year in the room. And if you're already a customer, you can just buy it for $299 and just keep your membership going. So you can get a trial, Chris, of the trading room, but you can't get the software because once I give you the software, I can't get it back. So you have to buy it. And so you just have to look at it here, ask other people who use it to see if it's worth it for you. Because once you own it, you own it. I don't have it like in TradingView. We have crypto signals that I can give subscription access to. But I've been unable to write anything in TradingView that competes to what I do in Thinkorswim. We're trying some things, you know, looking for a slingshot in TradingView, but you'd think all the indicators would be the same across all these charting packages, and actually every single one of them calculates things differently. It's the weirdest thing in the world. So anyway, yeah, and I think Kavika, you know, you probably, and you trade a lot of different things. So but you like it. It's good software. I developed it for me because I was tired of making mistakes trying to visually see things, and so I gave myself something that was a little bit more a visual cue to make trading decisions. It gave me the courage to pull the trigger. Most people make mistakes trading when they just wait too long. So you know, so you have to see signals, take signal, and if you're wrong, you get out. And if you're right, you roll it down and try to profit from it. Okay. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. I hope that was helpful. You know, put more comments in the chat here, and I'll look at them later and see if anything I have to address anything. Thank you. See you guys.